quest for the seven deadly begins immediately.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Leonidas66. Today I'm going to be talking about Darksiders 3, a game I am most hyped about, a game that will come out next Tuesday. I'm a huge fan of Darksiders. I was already a huge fan of João Madureira, which was the original creator of Darksiders. For those who don't know, João Madureira is Portuguese. He's Portuguese. He's Portuguese descendant, and he has worked with DC. He's worked with X-Men. He's worked on Avengers. He's worked on a lot of comics, and he's a rather well-known name in the comic industry. Darksiders was not his first attempt at video games, but it was definitely his most successful one, and a franchise took off after Darksiders 1. Darksiders is a third-person hack and slash, where you essentially you play a little bit like God of War. You know, there's a kind of predetermined path, and then you have puzzles and you raid dungeons along the way. It's very cool. In the first Darksiders you played with War. The only customizable thing you had was only his blade, his sword. On second you played with Death, and beside he had two sides that you could change. And I think he had a couple of other weapons too, and then you could customize his armor. You could change his armor, several pieces, between his chest plates and his shoulder plate and all of that. It was very cool. Darksiders 3 will come out now, and will have the ability to play with Fury. This is the third horseman of the four that we know that exist in the universe: the War, Death, Fury, and Strife. They work for the Charge Council. I don't know how to say that very well, sorry. But they keep the balance in the universe between angels, demons, humans, and other fantastic creatures. In the first Darksiders, as I said, you customize his sword. In the second, you customize his armor. And in this one, you will have the ability to customize not only your whip, but the armored pieces were kind of let go, because I like that change, because when I played with that, I only changed the armor more for aesthetic aspects, and actually because it was very strong. It didn't make a lot of difference once the character level up. So there were a couple of armors in 1 and 2 that were really good, which were the Abyssal armors. War Abyssal armor was very good. Death Abyssal armor was not as good, but he did have the Crow armor in the PS4 version. I don't know if it was a kind of a special that they did when they sold the game, but that was very cool, and I worked a lot. It looked amazing on him. Fury will have the ability to change your weapon or armor at the same time with something that they call hollows, which is a property, an item that you will get from defeating enemies, from completing quests, and all that. I am very excited. I am really very excited because I like the universe. I like the fact that they didn't change that much from the previous games. Some people might go, "Oh no, the game came out, I don't know, years ago and they haven't changed anything." Well, I kind of like that they didn't change that much. So if a new player decides to play all three of them in chronological order or not, you won't be struck by the immense differences between one and the others. You can just play the three as it likes, and it all looks like it's the same game. The game is being done by the same company that did the previous two, only this time João Madureira is not involved because he moved on. He did another game based on another comic on a comic that he did, which was Battle Chasers. It's a very good game if you can check it out. But he did provide some input and feedback to his friends. They're basically still friends with the guys, the developers that made the game. So he did provide some feedback, but he wasn't there working with them. From what I've seen, the game looks really good. I mean, it just looks good. I don't know how it plays. I hope it plays really well, because the previous two plays really well too. They also improved some things. In the first War, you could only scale. He could walk and scale walls. In the second, Death could do the same, but he could also run through walls and jump from wall to wall, something that War can do. This one we already see, of course, that she can use a whip to swing around, and that's going to be another form of traveling that we're going to have. I think it looks very good. What I would like to see in the future was an ability to play with the four horsemen. You customize all four, change armors and colors and all that, and then get with your buddies and go and raid a dungeon, do a quest or something like that. Something that Actually, I'm bringing this up in this video because of Diablo 4. As we all know, Diablo was a bomb because they always said, "Oh, Diablo's going to go to mobile," and everybody was like, "What?" It's an whole nother discussion. But yes, I would like to see Diablo. If they made Diablo a bit like this, you're a third person, you get your character, you go into dungeons that are tiles are randomly selected for you to progress, so no two games are exactly the same. Yeah, I think it will be very cool. I know people like Diablo for the isometry, but they also changed that kind of perspective when the Mercury Sim did Castlevania. Castlevania was just a 2D side scrolling, and they made it a third person. And I really like the change. I think the universe and the ambience was all there, and I think if the Diablo developers look at this game and see just the potential that they can do by emulating one or the other, since this is already takes a lot of I wouldn't say lore, but a lot of ideas and a lot of concepts from Diablo, I think they would make a great game. What our really special will be for this game to jump in front of Diablo and actually make Darksiders 4 a 4-player co-op kind of adventure. But we'll never know. Maybe we'll get 2 good games. Maybe we'll get 1 good game. But I'm hopes for the future. For now, I think this game looks good. I think she will definitely deliver. I trust the developers because they are the same of the ones. People who are complaining about the scenario being kind of empty or just going around in circles, it has been like this in the previous games. You have the opportunity to start at one place, go to a dungeon or a castle or a church, and then fight the boss, and then come back to the same place and then go to another, and all these levels intertwine in between each other. Then you have fast travel and you can travel to other dimensions, but that's a whole other thing. But from what I've seen, from what I've gathered from this, I am very hyped. I hope the game is good. I hope I get to play it. And I would like to hear from you now. Do you like to hear me talk in English first of all? If you say it's okay, I'll try to do more in English instead of all in Portuguese. Like, comment, and subscribe. Provide as many feedback as you like, and I'll see you on another video. For now, this is me, Leonardo666, saying thank you for watching and for sticking with me.
Pretty. Come and get it.
Ah! That's mine!
Mistress, not to be a bother, but weren't you supposed to catch envy? I did. Watch. This talisman.
It's a vessel. Envy used it to hold energies from the rest of the 7.
It will make a fitting prison for the others once their physical forms have been broken.
If I may, there is a sort of hum emanating from the talisman. That glow.
Will indicate when one of the 7 is nearby. I know.
So wise. You are all that the Council promised, Mistress.
I'm beginning to enjoy the sound of your voice, Watcher.